And he treated us very good, very nice, you know what I mean? And that was the start of me working with the Mighty Diamonds in management.
Right.
But later after that, you know, I started working with Peter Tosh. But I started out with Peter Tosh, not in the management area, you know, right? They wanted a special person for Peter. They call him the personal assistant. And then Sly and Robbie referred me to the Rolling Stones, where Peter was signed to, right? He referred me to them and Peter's management and said, I'm the best person for that job and thing. So I took it, you know, and then I started touring with Peter, you know, with the Word, Sound and Power band, you know, with Sly and Robbie and all those people that were in the band at the time. And we toured all over the place. You know, it was a great experience for me, you know, because at least Peter Tosh was a much bigger artist than the Mighty Diamonds then, you know. So
what was your most with Peter? What was your most compelling moment with on any tour with him?
Well, you know, I moved from being a personal assistant to a road manager, assistant road manager, to a road manager, and then to the manager. Because when he and the manager parted going on, then I moved into the rank, you know. So it was like a great experience for me because I started from way down, and you know, by the time I get to the managerial spot, I knew good. I knew everything about the business. Not going to say everything, but the greater things to know. You know, to run, to manage an artist. Because people were saying, "How you going to work with an artist like Peter Tosh? You're crazy." Peter was one of the nicest artists I've ever come across. You know, very intelligent. You know, when you sit with him and talk with him, it's a bunch of laughter, you know, because he twists everything, you know. He called Chris Blackwell Chris Whiteworth. There's nothing well about him. You know? He said Whiteworth. He called Sly and Robbie Fly and Rob Me. You know? Instead of saying suicide, he said suicide back. You know? So he was humorous in a lot of stuff. You know, but he was very grounded and focused, and most of his focus was on songs about Black people, Africa, liberation, you know, equal rights and justice, you know, these kind of things, you know, that he was. Because, you know, he came out of the Wailers, which had Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, and Bunny Wailer. And then in 1974,
he wrote his own songs. He wrote his own songs.
Yes, he wrote his own songs. You know, that song "Get Up, Stand Up" that year, Bob sing, is Peter and Bob wrote that song. They are co-writers for that song. You know, and so both of them, you know, did it and put it on their individual albums when they started their solo career. You know, so I learned a lot working with Peter Tosh. You know, and traveled a lot, meet a lot of people. You know, the Rolling Stones, you name it, all the big acts, them, you know, that come around when we're touring. Because we toured with the Rolling Stones as opening act, you know, in 1978.
Wow.
So that put you in front of 300,000 people sometimes, you know, at nights, you know. So it was a great experience for me in that section. And during that course, you know, I worked with Dennis Brown too, you know, as manager too. And just about 98% of the groups, you know.
Oh, God. Dennis Brown, boy, I tell you, listen, that's my favorite artist. You can't say nothing wrong about him, you know. How long did you work with him for?
Yes, I knew Dennis from he was 9 years of age. He was in the Cub Scout when I was in the Boy Scout, you know. He was at Central Branch School while I was at All Saints. So we always meet up at church parades and all the official things that we go to in our uniform. So I knew him before he started singing. Right? And then when he went to Coxon and did his first song, No Man is an Island, you know, and then he started recording. He was known as the Boy Wonder in those early days.
Yes. And it was such a nice thing to hear Rolling Stone name them 67 best singer in. I mean, we all knew that, right? But to see that somebody else outside of Jamaica recognize that is a big thing.
And this chart that the Rolling Stones put together is a worldwide thing. It's not just a reggae thing, or, you know, it's a worldwide thing, you know. So I was proud when I heard it and I read it, because I said, boy, you know, as at least I played a great role in his journey, that led him to that, you know, so I was very proud of it.
Yeah, man, he's a great singer. I just love just sitting down and just looking. In fact, I love to watch him and listen to him at the same time because it makes so much
man, he's an artist, you see. Him give me the most headache though, you know, heartache, you know, but you know, him have a smile.
Yes,
when he smile, you know, and him say, brother, I messed up this time. I should be whipped with many stripes. You know? You know.
Oh, so that's a before argument too.
Yeah, if you vex him about something, you know, but as him come and him smile, I'm say, my brother, I should be whipped with many stripes. I messed up this time. Promise I will not do it again. You know, I used to show up late at concerts. Sometimes don't show up. You know, all different kind of things, man. You know, but he's a lovable person. You know,
right?
Lovable person, man. You know,
you can see
he was Bob Marley's favorite artist. You know, Bob named him his favorite artist. You know, Bob was always playing Dennis Brown in his headphone on tours everywhere he is. You know.
Oh, wow, that's nice.